What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another video. So this is my part 2 vlog regarding the Gozyuger Final Live Tour. So if you haven't seen part 1, well, it's not really a lot to talk about. But if you want to see part 1, I'm going to link it down in the description. Anyways, so with that said, I want to talk about what went down during the final live tour. Now, I'm gonna show you this later if we have some time. But, anyways, so first off, so of course the show starts and we have our like actual storyline for this event, and it's basically about actually it's a bit focused on um, of course, it happens after the main events of the TV show, but what I'm trying to say is it's actually more focused on Goodburn, and actually it's something quite special. I think, there we go. So, actually, so the moment I entered like the venue, so like the building, so I was given this card. So like it says thank you. So Gudeban and Mei-chan. And then there are blanks. So you're supposed to, I guess, put your name here and the date when you went to the event. So actually, so I'm gonna show a little bit of the pamphlet here. So as you can see here, there's a bit of a card attached. So it says invitation. So it's actually like a thank you card and invitation to Gudeburn and Mei-chan's wedding. So yes, Gudeburn was about to be married, and so Mei-chan is an original character designed for this event. So basically, what happens is, so Gudeburn and Mei-chan are about to get married, and of course, Kumade is not having any of it. So basically, it's about that. So Gudeburn getting married, and why Mashiro is so against that wedding, and yeah, basically that's what happened. So I would say, so you can see on this front cover, so we have the cast members, right? But not everybody was there. So we only see the male Gojoogers plus Fire Candle. So at least I've seen them, live in person. At least, from the stage, I guess. So they were the ones present in during the event, and the rest were voiceovers. So yeah, Sumino was only voiced. So Goju Unicorn was there, but again, only through voice. So I believe Kohaku Shida is only going to appear on the final day of or at least the final performance of the live show. So May 16th and 17th, so Osaka. So that's gonna be the last leg of the final live tour. So I believe everybody's gonna be there. So maybe even Kuon, I don't know. But definitely the girls are gonna be present at the event as far as the announcements are concerned. So yeah, so we have our story basically involving Gudeburn and Mei-chan's wedding, and Mashiro being against it and why. So as for the characters, so like I've mentioned, the male Gojoogers plus Fire Candle. We also see Tegasword, Tegajun, um, Shining Knife and Sweet Cake, and well, Kun, well, Garyudo makes an appearance as well, but yeah, that's later. So of course, there's story, there's action. The story is a bit long for me to talk about in this video. So if you want the part 3, I guess. So for part 3, we're going to basically talk about what the story of or what happened in the story is, so again, basically it's about this wedding, like I've said. So there are going to be fights involved. Well, other than Mei-chan as, again, like the original character of this story, so basically everyone has appeared, who has appeared in the show makes an appearance as much as possible. So again, after the performance, so we have like the part two, which is like the talk show. So again, we basically have like six characters on stage uh, back then. So the male Gozyugers plus Fire Candle, like I've said, and so the MC, or the, I guess, like the host for this talk show event, was Hiroya Matsumoto, the ambassador for Toei, or you might know him as Maji Yellow or Beat Buster if you've been a Super Sentai fan long enough. So yes, he was also present in, during the live event. So I guess I want to talk about some differences, like comparing this to the Zenkaiger Final Live Tour that I have been to. So there actually wasn't any appearance from, like Gavin Infinity. So what does that mean? So uh, when I watched Zenkaiger Final Live Tour, Dawn Brothers was already airing on TV actually. So it was April of 2022. So Dawn Brothers had already been airing for about a month at that point. So again, kind of a similar situation right now, but what I remember specifically, so like during the actual story part, so the Dawn Brothers make an appearance, helping the Zenkaigers fight, or they have their own scene. And yes, for the first time, or at least I've seen during that live performance that uh, Kiji brother and Inu brother had their own suit actors, like actual suits, not the ridiculously tall and ridiculously short CGI. So again, specifically made for live events. So they were there, but in this performance, we don't really get that much. And I guess, like bonus original thing. So Goju Polar actually gets a brand new form for this one. But again, I will talk about it in story, like when I focus on the story here. But like I've said, so we have the performance, we have the talk show, and for a bit of performance, like I think they sang a couple of character songs. So first one was Fire Candle's theme. Actually, it's supposed to be a duet between him and Bouquet, but definitely this guy was spitting bars. And the other character song was Ryugi. Yes. Yes. So Ryugi's character song and Fire Candle's character songs were sung on stage. So, what I really love about this, so every time like Ryugi actually says something, or he was the focus, so I would always make the Yasaka hand sign. And I actually brought some toys with me during the performance. Like, for example, anytime Sumino appeared, so I had my Yudo Goju unicorn just on the ready. So, like, she was with me, like, Sumino. Yeah. And actually, so I also brought my uh, Tega Sword Goju Wolf to the performance. And yes, this guy did appear. So, yeah. So when, you know, this suit was in action, like, yes, like I was shaking it. Come on. So I really had a lot of fun. The sword, though, yeah, I kind of took it out of his hands during the performance. But yes, they did feature, again, Tega Sword Goju Wolf, alongside the Kumade's power up, by the way. So, hint, it's not the one that you saw on TV, like that brief moment that he turned like black and red. No, 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 no. It's a completely different form. But again, I will talk about it in a separate video. So, one of the highlights of the event, I guess, personally, so, you know, like, the Gozyugers were, like, dancing to, of course, winner Gozyuger. So, and the cast members were actually running around the venue while the song was playing, and so I was seated actually, like, on an outer aisle. So, like, I was basically by the wall, and there was an aisle in between. So I was kind of near, like, the exit, basically, or like side exit. And then, so Jin Matsumoto, so Kinjiro, so he passed by, like, right in front of me. Okay, that was the closest I could get to a Super Sentai actor. It was one of my highlights. Although, I would have been, I guess, I would have been amazed if, like, it was Hoeru. So, but again, like, having Kinjiro, like, up close and personal. He was only, like, high fiving the kids, but definitely, like, seeing him, like, in close proximity was one of the highlights of the actual performance. Now, there is something that I really couldn't show online because I'm obligated by Toei not to post anything, but I did attend, so I don't have the ticket anymore. But there was, like, a touch event, like a high five event. However, those were only, like, the suits, not the actual actors. So for that event, uh, of course, the six Gojoojers were there, and then you also have, like, Tega Jun, and then Tega Sword, and Garyudo was also there. So all of the suited characters make an appearance, during that time. So yes, so just like Ryugi, I would be proud to say that I have touched Tegasodo-sama's hand, if you will. So again, it was like a high five event. Pictures and photos were allowed, but again, like, the event organizers, Toei didn't want anyone to post anything, so I'm going to obey. Because I don't want to get banned from future events. So, with that said, so in order of appearance, like from first to last characters that I have given a high five or have gotten a high five from, so, like, first off was Tega Jun, and then Tega Sword, and then next would actually be Ryugi. So, like, I was saying, like, thank you very much, and then Yugi, like, slaps the crap out of my hand, like, what the heck, Yugi? I know you're strong. Like, I mean, it was quite funny though, but yeah, that was really memorable. So I guess that's one of the memorable points of the event for me. And the next one was Ryugi, so Kinchan Party Forever! No, Kinjiro actually. Kinchan Party Forever. And then we saw Hoeru, or rather Goju Wolf. So at that time, so I was actually wearing my Goju Wolf Sentai ring. So like, hey, like, uh, so he notices. Yeah, real recognizes real, really. And then next, so I believe it was Goju. Um, so we have Tegasword, rather Tegajun, Tegasword, Ryugi, Goju Tirano, Goju Eagle, Goju Wolf, and then there's Goju Leon. So I told him, no, 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 Goju Polar actually. So after Goju Wolf, we have Goju Polar. Godness! So I called him Godness, and then there's Goju, Goju Leon, Goju. If I, no, 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 Goju Unicorn actually. So sorry, it was Goju Unicorn. So high class and luxuries, I told her. And then next is Goju Leon. So I did tell him in Japanese like this, like, 周りに自慢してやるよ. So basically, like, I'll brag about you, you know, to everyone around me, basically. And then last was Garyudo. So I told him like, arigato ni-chan. So that's how event, like, it happened so fast, like basically in a span of 30 seconds, like I had to move on because there were a lot of people in line, especially the kids. So we had to make everything as quick as possible. So the event organizers already told us to like think of what we want to say to the cast, or rather the suit characters. But it was definitely an amazing experience. Again, it probably would have been better or much more amazing if the actors were the ones in line. But again, well, the suits, not a bad idea. There's a lot of them. Probably much better if you had the suit, or rather the actors involved as well. So yeah, it's definitely fun nonetheless. So anyways, with that said, let's take a look at the pamphlet for the final live tour. So I have already shown you a little bit with the included invitation for Gudeburn and Mei-chan's wedding. So you can see here, Tegasodo-sama. Yeah, so Riko, Kinjiro, of course Hoeru is here. And then we have Sumino, Mashiro, and Ryugi. So we have, of course, like the characters here and their comments about the show. Like, for example, Hoeru. So Mio Fuyuno's comment about, let's say, his favorite or most memorable episode. So he says episode 49. So that was his most memorable, I guess. So we have Rikuo. So we have Hideharu Suzuki's comments here. So he says his most memorable episode is episode 2. So he definitely remembers it because it's the first time that he appeared. According to this, by the way. Oh, so Ryugi. So Masakazu Kanda. So his favorite episode or most memorable episode is episode 31. So this is Ryugi's comeback episode. Basically after he lost to Hoeru. So yeah, definitely a memorable character. So we have Kinjiro, so Jin Matsumoto. Okay, so his favorite or most memorable episode is episode 20. So he's talking about how he couldn't stand wearing the gal outfit, which So he said he was running, you know, to the dressing room to avoid being seen by anyone else. Hilarious. And next we have Kohaku Shida. So her most memorable episode is episode 40. So Sumino's comeback episode. Because of course, Kohaku has appeared from episode 40 until the final episode. So, well, you know why. Goodness, Kumade. So we have Kaiki Kimura and his comment. So what's his favorite or most memorable episode? Episode 48. So yeah, when he defeated Lex to save the world. Okay. And of course we have so the bride and generals here. So fire, candle, kuon, and bouquet. So we have so Tega sword, Gudeburn, Tega June, shining knife and sweet cake, and the ai. And a list of all the universe warriors that appeared within the show. So we're excluding the movie because basically everyone became a universe warrior. So that would be too ridiculous to include. So I am not gonna say each and every one of them. I know their names, I can read them. But yeah. So we of course include here Reigushima, however. And yes, they have Origa Red. So he's considered a universe warrior. So again, shout out to the kid who won the contest and had his original design. You know. So there are actually some comments from at least 4 of the actors who appeared as universe warriors. So up here, so this very long section is from Yuichi Nakamura, aka Gaia Todoroki. So Gao Red. We have Rima Matsuda, so Red Racer. We even have the legend himself, Seiji Takaiwa, who was, Lupin Red, and Tomokazu Seki, or Sekimoto Kazu. So, who finally got to be Aka Ranger in the final episode, which is really hilarious. So, yeah, definitely. And we also have so an interview with the people behind the scenes. So we have here Daigo Matsuura. So this is Akiko Inoue and Ryuta Tazaki. So again, so Daigo Matsuura is the show's producer. Of course, Akiko Inoue, the daughter of course, Toshiki Inoue. So she wrote the entire series, and Ryuta Tazaki is or was the director for the pilot episode. And we have here a collection of pictures from the entire show. And we have a complete listing of all episodes from episode 1 to 49. And basically the staff members who worked on the Final Live Tour. And some ads for Gozyuger versus Boom Boomger. We also have here Kamen Rider Agito the movie, and song collection. So that's for the Final Live Tour pamphlet. Now, so the unpacking that I've been waiting for. So let's get to it. So this is the limited edition or like event exclusive Sentai ring. Now, so these rings actually have like photos of characters or like the actors. So like you would see here, basically everybody in this photo, or yeah, all of the actors here. So we basically have 9 characters that we can possibly get. So we have the 6 Gozyugers plus the 3 Bryden Generals. So overall, 9 total designs. So let's open and see who I'm gonna get. So this is the first time that I'm gonna open this. So I haven't seen it yet. So here we go. Who is it gonna be? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Guys. Guys. I think we hit the jackpot, baby. Woo! Hoire! Yeah! No way. So as you can see here, so these are like modified Universe Sentai rings. Now, as you can see, there's only one design here. So we have the character on the front. Now, you can turn this around like any other, again, like Sentai ring, but it's not going to change, again, the design. So you're stuck with Hoeru's face forever, basically. Okay, so you can remove this ring. So yeah, so they did use the other, or rather, interesting. So basically they did, put or rather they used the design of maybe like the deluxe versions. But it feels kind of different from the other Sentai rings that I have. Nonetheless, this is what we got. But what can I say? So let's test this ring, shall we? So I have here my Tegasodo-sama. And let's try to see like what kind of sound this ring can produce. So there are a couple pins on the back, so let's see what we get. Let's see how this sounds like. So anyways, so are you ready? So here we go. So engage! Gozyuger! Oh. So I believe everybody's going. I believe everybody has the same pin on the back. So, so the Tegasword only says Gojuja. So again, Gojuja. Yeah. So I actually checked out like videos on YouTube from other people who have gotten Sentai rings like this for this event. So one video that I found was that of a guy who got the Sumino ring, and so he tested it, and yeah, it's the same sound. So yeah. So there you have it. My God, it's been quite a while, right? So, what do you say? Yeah. So maybe I was meant to be Hoeru. after all. So, with that said, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Again, if you guys want to know the complete story of what happened, during the performance part of the show, so please let me know in the comments section. Again, it is an original story written for this specific event. So if you want to know, let me know. So, anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you know what? This is a Gozyuger related video. I'm gonna do this like this. So, anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Please remember to always leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next video. Engage!